When I was really young, probably younger than you, um, I would watch the films, and film is this old thing we used to use to watch things. And so I would watch the film of the astronauts walking on the moon as part of the Apollo missions, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. I would love to do that someday. Of course, it was just a dream of mine. And then I read a lot of science fiction books, and I still like them. And I would read about people going to different planets and doing all kinds of crazy things. And that just kind of kept the dream alive. And so I think from a very young age, I thought it'd be a cool job. I thought it'd be great to go and explore. And when I was teaching middle school, before I became an astronaut, I saw they were looking for astronauts, and they wanted teachers to become astronauts. And I said, wow, this is my chance. Maybe I can get the job. And so I applied, and here I am today on the space station. So it's kind of cool.
Hi, my name is Poplar from Boulevard Elementary. My question is, are you super scared while going out in space away from Earth and while you are actually out in space?
Would you mind repeating that question?
Hi, my name is Poplar from Boulevard Elementary. My question is, were you super scared while going out in space away from Earth and while you are actually out in space?
I was, there was certainly, fear was a factor. I was very attentive. I'm not so certain I was afraid more of physical harm or afraid of just making a mistake. There's so much invested in getting us ready that and so many people are supporting us that the last thing I wanted to do was let anybody down. And I can tell you the second time I did a spacewalk that I really wasn't nearly as concerned as the first time. I realized that physics was on my side, and if I let go of something without pushing hard, I would just stay floating right there. So it took much less effort when I really kind of started getting an instinctual feel for the fact that unless I moved really fast, I wasn't going to move very fast. I was going to go ahead and stay put without any effort at all.
Hi, I am Owe Alua from Anaway Elementary, and my question is, how do you get food in space?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We don't have the supermarket, so we can't go to the store to get food, but we do have what we call cargo vehicles that will come up a few times a year. We actually have one coming up in the next couple of weeks, and it'll bring us all kinds of food, all kinds of supplies. But one thing we've been doing just recently is we're growing some plants. So now we're kind of making our own food. It's not a lot, but we're learning how to do that better in space.
Hi, my name is Kirsten from Wilmot Elementary. My question is, how do you talk to friends and family?
So we're very fortunate because on the International Space Station, we have an internet protocol phone. So basically with satellites, we're able to use the internet and talk to our families. It's not quite as good as being on the ground because the space station has large objects that could interfere with the satellites. So sometimes it's broken up, but really it's very convenient. We can dial just about any phone number.
Hi, my name is Kira from the high school. My question is, were you able to see and predict the paths of hurricanes from space during this hurricane season?
Well, we can definitely see the hurricanes from up here, and we can take a lot of great pictures that will help scientists learn how the hurricanes behave, how the clouds move. We can't really predict where it's going to go as we're going around the Earth. We see it for a very short period of time. But it is really, really noticeable. And again, we try to provide information to those people on the ground, either the scientists that are studying them or even people that are living potentially